his DNA on the weapon, his DNA on a screwdriver on the roof where there's an impression in the gravel, his DNA on the towel that is wrapped around the weapon, the way he walked on, when he was walking in with that gait. If you look closely at the video, you can see the outline of the weapon down, halfway down the right leg and into his stomach. I mean, the pieces are together here, aren't they? Would you love this case as a prosecutor?
Oh my gosh, Vinny, you took the thought right out of my head. The answer, no. I hate this case as a prosecutor. I can only lose it. This case is so solid. The evidence is so amazing. You got the forensics. You've got a confession. You've got writings. And the thing that we haven't even, to your point, will the public be satisfied? Guess what else he had with him, because it was amateur hour. And as a prosecutor, it would get me nervous too. Wait till they download the phone. We know he had the phone with him because he was texting the lover at the time about trying to get the rifle, and he was hiding as they had cordoned the block off, which tells me as a prosecutor he had his phone with him. So this level of amateur hour, they're going to triangulate every single step, every location, not to mention all the pre-planning that he did. The only question I have in my mind, Vinny, is this statement that he writes, I had the opportunity to take him out. Where did he think he had that opportunity from? Where is that going to show up in either his computer or on his phone? Was somebody else involved in this? Was there a discussion about it? This thing about I had the opportunity jumped right out at me to dig further as an investigator. So euphemistically, would I love the case as a prosecutor? Yeah. But could I lose it? I mean, you can't lose this case unless you get an errant jury.
Think Tank still with us. Dr. Sue Cornbluth, Rick King, Bob Bianchi. Bob, are his mother and father witnesses now?
Absolutely. I mean, what a tortured, scenario for these folks. I mean, of course, they're going to be highly credible. There's admissions that are going on here. They are identifying him as a suspect from the video. So they're clearly going to be witnesses. Now, prosecutors don't want to put parents in that particular situation. Certainly this prosecutor wouldn't. So there are times, Vinny, I have to be honest with you, there are times as a prosecutor where you say, do I have enough evidence without the need of putting the parents on the witness stand in a case that could lead to the execution of their child? And I think given all of the evidence that's in this case, this prosecutor, Bob Bianchi, would not put the parents on the witness stand. Plus, I'm not sure the jury would appreciate it either.
Yeah. 0 to 10, what are the chances of a deal here in Utah on this one?
It's a really, I hate to say this, like where I said I didn't want to be a prosecutor because it was a really strong factual case. Legally, the death penalty is very weak here. Based on the aggravating factors of this state, it's not a question of what mitigating factors exist. It's whether an aggravating factor can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. I got all 15 of Utah's aggravating factors here, and the only one they've got is a knowing risk of death to others. So what they may use the death penalty for, kind of like Koberger, although I would do it differently, is to leverage the life without parole plea, because this is a hard case for prosecutors to win on that little thin aggravating factor there, Vinny.
It's also a very public, it's a public assassination as well, based upon who the target was.
It's not an aggravating factor.
One of the factors.
Children at risk.
They're going to use children at risk?
Vinny, they're making a mistake. I'm sorry. The prosecutor, I think, is misstating. Those certainly are, quote unquote, aggravating circumstances to prove the guilt phase of a death penalty case, but it is not an enumerated aggravating factor pursuant to Utah's death penalty law. The only one. It's not children. It's not political views. I looked into this. I'm pretty confident in this answer. It's only knowing risk to others of committing death is the only aggravating factor. The other things are he's using aggravating factor with a small a.
Small a, not part of the statute.